आता नाही का पहिले आठ होता
Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Should we start?
Yes, yes.
So I think you all enjoyed the activity and there were many sentences pouring in. Okay. So if someone else wants to write some or two sentences, they can keep on writing and we will read them as they come there. Okay. Who is this? Sunita. Priya, your mother-in-law is a good person. Don't judge a book by its cover. Thanks God she's not reading this. Isn't it? So thank you, ma'am. A nice one. So see how humorous the idioms make your talk, isn't it? It made us all laugh. So it makes very interesting your speak or your talk. The idioms make them very interesting. Now, I don't think we should read them all again. So we should move on to the next activity. Do we have a time limit, Kalpana?
Yes, now
Hello?
30 minutes. 30 minutes. We have
Okay.
30 minutes, okay?
So should we wait for some more sentences? Some
No,
have
no,
not
no.
answered. No.
They'll keep on writing. No, no problem.
Okay.
Just we'll move
Okay.
on.
Yes, if someone hasn't understood anything from what I have said, in the end, we will take a 5 minutes question answer session and then you can ask there. Okay. So let us now move ahead. Next one, Kalpana. Yes. Now this is an activity. I have given you a free rein for it. Now fill in the blanks with the help of idioms which you know are suitable. And let us see if they match to my idioms or if you have got some innovative idioms of your own. Okay. Number and the answers. You don't have to write the whole sentence. Okay. So for example, number one, you write down. Ready? So your time starts now. If you don't understand anything, please ask. Is there? Third one. Fourth one is also correct. Wow, they are coming in very fast. Very good. Second one is also there. Only two left. Let's see who does it. Yes, the first one and the fifth one. No, no, no. It's not sell like hotcakes. The first one is not sell like hotcakes. Something which you can't afford, you can't pay for. I can give you a clue. Cost word. One idiom you can write with the help of the word cost. Another out of. Can you listen to my clues? Hello? Kalpana?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Hello.
Okay.
We are listening.
Expensive is a word. Sir, it's a word. I want an idiom. No, pulling someone's leg is not there. Pulling someone's leg means you're joking with someone. Too expensive. Great. But it's not an idiom. Fifth one we use a lot, you know. I have been trying to figure this out for ages. Thank you so much. You are right. You have the word a clue, nail. The word nail is there in this idiom. The last idiom. The last idiom has the word nail in it. Any guesses? Very good. You have nailed it. Make an idiom out of it. You have. Very good. Manjusha, you are there. Hitting the nail on the head. Very good. Now they are pouring in. Now the first one. Only first one is left. Again, should I give you a clue? The word cost is there in first idiom and the second out of. I can't afford this purse. It. It. So should we TikTok 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Yes, Kalpana?
Yes.
Out of my budget, good one. Savita? I think the idiom which I am going to give you for this may be new for someone. Many of us, I think, have not heard about it. It costs an arm and a leg. It costs an arm and a leg. Or it is out of my reach. Out of my pocket, no. So did you get it? The first one, I can't afford this purse. It costs an arm and a leg. Okay, that means it's too costly for me to be able to buy this purse. So thanks friends, it was a very nice activity from you and you all came in very fast. Now one thing you must remember, see, I didn't ask you to write the whole sentence, but while writing a sentence, we should keep in mind that we use the idiom in proper tense. Okay. So, for example, the fourth one, let me see. The fourth one, I can't believe that was our test. I think it was easier than some of our work. It was just a piece of cake. So, here you have used the idiom as it is. Okay. But the third one, I'm sorry, I can't come to work today. I am. Then you have to change. I am feeling under the weather. Okay. Feeling under, if you write for the weather, then it will be I'm feeling under the weather. So you have to keep in mind which tense you are going to use and change the verb of the idiom according to the tense of the sentence. Okay, folks, I think you should have understood how to do it. Kalpana, the next one, please. So, the conclusion that why we should use idioms. First one, so we come to a conclusion that the use of idioms makes our talks more effective, figurative, and impactful. It is just like playing with the language. You become a magician with your language and you make it impactful, figurative, effective. People can imagine what you are saying. If they are more creating, they can have pictures in their head. Understood? People enjoy the fun in it. They make us laugh sometimes. They are humorous. It portrays one as the native speaker of the language and it makes others think that you are a native speaker of the language. That means you are very fluent with the language. That means you are very fluent with the language. You have a good vocabulary with the language. Now, the last activity which I am going to ask you is please write away some takeaway points in your chat box. That what are the takeaway points you have understood while I was giving the instruction how we should talk. Now, this is all about idioms, how we should include idioms while we talk. But I want you to write the takeaway points you should keep in mind while you are talking. Okay. So I would like to see the takeaway points in the chat box you have registered. I'll give you 5 minutes for it. Then we will have a small question and answer session. Very good, Manjusha ma'am. You are very fast. Good. Nice one, Ajay sir. Yes. These are also coming in fast. I have got a good audience today. Good one, Sunita ma'am. Good. Savita ma'am. Yes, eye contact is necessary. Yes, we should be very polite while speaking. Yes, Rebecca ma'am, nice one. Jyoti, very good. You have added this on your own. I appreciate it. Yes, overload information that should be avoided. Nowadays, I'm coming a lot across it in webinars. Many of the PPTs are overloaded. Yes, idiom should be used. We should have our own style. Nice one, Sunita ma'am. Good one, Jyoti ma'am. Yes, you all are adding to it. A nice initiative by you all. Yes, speech look elegant, good. Very good ones. Yes, we should practice a lot. Reading is a must. Good. So many of you have added new points to it. That means you all know how to make your talk effective, isn't it? So here are the takeaway points on your screen, and there are many, and you all have also added to it. So thanks for it. The first one is say what you mean. Don't beat around the bush. Hmm. Then next one, listen and understand. It should be both ways.
Study.
Understood? You should listen also, understand also what the audience wants from you or what the people in front of you need from you. Make sure you are understood. That means by the expressions on the face of the people you are talking to, you can easily make out whether they are understanding what you say or not. Then repeat what you have said. Both ways means you can repeat what you have said if you feel that it was not heard properly or understood properly. And if you have not understood what the person is saying, you can ask them to repeat. Watch your body language, which is very, very essential. Appropriate vocabulary and language should be used. Be 100% there while talking. Appropriate vocabulary. I would like to give you an example here. There are some people, when they have to say that the tea or coffee was very strong, they don't use the word strong. They use the word, it was very hard. So how can tea and coffee be hard? Isn't it? So appropriate use of vocabulary and language should be there. Be 100% there while talking. That means you don't start thinking on your own. That means you are physically present there and mentally you are going on a long walk. Understood? Don't do that. Take pauses in between so that the people who are listening to you register what you are telling them in their mind. Okay. How does good talking come to you? You have to practice, practice, and practice. Okay. So practice again makes a man perfect. Kalpana, the next one, please. Take every opportunity to speak. See, sometimes we think that when we meet a friend who can talk to us in English, then only we will speak English. Or when we are in our class, we will speak English. It's not necessary that we wait for opportunities to speak. We should hunt for them ourselves. And we should take every opportunity so that we can speak the language we want to be fluent in. Okay? Sometimes we should slow down also and make our language so effective that the person in front of us understands. Sometimes we are very fast, and this creates an uninterest among the listeners who are listening to you. So, in between, slow down, use humor and emotions, just like one of the ma'ams used humor in the use of idioms. So, use humor while you speak so that the people don't get bored. And the last one is you should always be confident while you speak. Understood? Don't think what if you go wrong. The persons before you who are human beings. We are no one here is perfect, you know. So don't be scared of making mistakes. Mistakes are going to lead you to being perfect. Okay? So I think you all have enjoyed the session today and have many takeaway points. I would like Kalpana to let the participants ask
Yes,
some
thank
questions
you.
if they
Thank you
want.
very much, Deepika. A wonderful session we have today. We had today. So now I would like to request all the participants, if you have any queries, you can ask your, or you can put your queries in the chat box, or you can ask your queries. Just unmute yourself and then ask,
Raise your hand. Okay.
or raise your hand. Yes, Ajay Chalkure, sir. Please ask your question. Please, sir, unmute yourself and then ask. Okay.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Please.
sir.
Hello. Am I
Yes,
audible?
sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes, sir.
Yeah, first of all, let me congratulate Deepika ma'am for such a wonderful session.
Thank you, sir.
It was really wonderful listening to all such things, like especially my weakest part, the idioms. Uh, and therefore, my question is, there are thousands of idioms, you know.
Yes,
And
sir.
when we are speaking in a class to the gathering, especially I'm talking about the classroom of ours where 15-year-old boy and girls are sitting. And if we make use of the idioms which are not known to the students, they might not get the right meaning out of that sentence, right? So
Okay.
my suggestion is that those idioms which are popular in speaking and which are heard by general people are to be most often used rather than giving new idioms while speaking. This is my suggestion, and I would like to know what is your take on this.
Uh, Sir, a nice suggestion. And see, I would like to tell you that we also came to know about these idioms from our teachers or our friends who used to speak in English very fluently. Okay. So some
Yeah,
of us have got a flair of using idioms. And for example, if you
right.
have got a flair of using it and accidentally also you use a very difficult idiom in the class, you are the one who is going to explain it to your children. And even if you use such idioms which are difficult for them, please make them understand the meaning. It is you who are going to make them learn new idioms. Okay. So I think your suggestion is very good, that in the uh, lower levels we can use idioms which they are used to listening to, but you can also make them listen to new idioms and introduce some of them, so that your children also come to know a lot of idioms.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thanks a
Thank
lot,
you,
sir.
man. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, sir. Yes, anyone who would like to ask the questions?
Or you can
I
tell
think,
your
yes, I think Deepika, all are very satisfied because most of the participants have written there that wonderful sessions, because you elicited most of the points from them, and you just elaborated all the points in such a way that I thought that they got satisfied. So if anyone
as we
have yes, two
okay,
participants raised hands. Yes, Manjusha,
yes,
yes, you can ask your question. Please unmute yourself.
Yes. Hello, ma'am.
hello,
Hello. Good afternoon, ma'am.
good afternoon. You have been very very active, Manjusha. Thanks for that.
Thank you, ma'am. Actually, I want to ask a simple question. That
Okay.
I liked all the activities given by you, and the knowledge was really superb. So I have struck an idea that can I use your PPT in my teachers' conference, so that teachers also get to know all these activities and whatever means PPTs you have made.
Yes, yes, of course you can. And Kalpana is our boss here, you know. Kalpana is going to give you a green signal for using them. You
Means I
can go
liked it.
ahead with it.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you,
yeah,
ma'am.
you
It
can
was
use.
really nice
Kalpana, can
hearing.
she?
Yes,
Thank you.
yes, yes.
Kalpana, can she? Thanks.
Yes.
Thanks for
Thank
that.
you, ma'am. Thank you
Yes,
so much.
Rebecca, ma'am.
Good afternoon, madam. The session was really beautiful
Yeah, good
and
afternoon.
you made us it
Thank you.
very easy to understand. Actually, I conduct classes and
Okay.
my problem is that the students, they are not used to idioms. So I find it
Yeah.
difficult to teach them. And my question is, how should I make them easy to understand?
Ma'am, first thing, I think you should give them, for example, on Monday, give them 2 or 3 idioms, okay? And give them examples. And throughout the week, keep them repeating while you talk to them or while you write something on the board, okay? That means they will get a practice through you. And after that, you can easily make them use them in their own sentences and
Okay.
ask them to use them while they are talking to you. I think you must have understood this, ma'am.
Yes, definitely. It was very
Yeah.
good.
You
Thanks.
give them 2 to 3 in the beginning of the week. Try using them while you speak to them. So, and I think, Rebecca, ma'am, there are many which we use without our being conscious about them. For example, no pain, no gain. Why to regret on
Yes,
the
yes.
spill, isn't it? So we
Hmm.
keep saying them. So it will become easier.
Practice. I'll have to give them more practice.
Yeah. And
Thank
use
you.
them frequently in your speech also.
Okay, okay. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much, Deepika. Thanks a lot because the time is running. That is why now I am going to conclude this meeting. Thank you very much again for this wonderful session. So we hope that next time we'll have the same another session with you. So till then, goodbye. Seeing you. Looking forward to seeing you by tomorrow. And next meeting, let's talk together. We'll have Shankar Digdev Tulwar sir from Varora, and he's going to talk about uh, how would we be like a fluent speaker. Okay, so thank you very much once again, and bye bye.
Bye. Thank you all for being patient listeners.